Here we are. Good evening, everybody.
Evening, guys. Hope you're doing well.
Or wherever you are in the world. Maybe afternoon time in the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what clock I'm on.
Look at Auntie Liz. She's going blonder.
I'm getting a little bit blonder gradually. It was like almost exactly a year ago that I went super dark.
Yeah.
And it's
I
gradually
remember.
been creeping in.
I remember. I was like, who the hell is that?
Who the hell is that guy? But we hope you're all doing very, very well. We can see lots of you in the chat discussing the Magnuson Classic, which has obviously been happening these last 2 days. If you don't want spoilers to that, don't check the chat.
Don't watch the stream.
Don't watch us. Hang up.
I think these people.
Yeah.
Very much. Probably know more than us right now.
Yeah,
what's
they
going
definitely
on.
know
I know
more
that
than us.
Monica definitely knows more. I can see Monica's in the chat. Fred's in the chat.
Hello, Monica. Just been
Alex is
checking
in the
results.
chat. Catherine, how are you guys all doing?
It's 1 point between the top three right now. So
I had a quick. So, total honesty, I haven't watched any of it so far. I've been busy this weekend. I did check the scores on the way back, and I've been trying to keep up with what's going on. But I've been up north visiting the Giants Live team. They got the team comp next week, so
they have, yes.
That's
New
gonna-
team captain as well in the form of Martins.
Martins Lissis. What do you guys
Yeah.
think of that? Martins stepping in as team captain for the USA. I think that's a good.
It's a
Well,
good
they've got
choice.
Spencer Remick as well.
They have, yes, because
That's-
Rob Kearney has had to pull out.
That's a good American team.
Martins stepped in to cover Rob initially, but now Rob Obus is out. Spencer has stepped into for Rob Kearney. Martins has stepped up as team captain.
They got
so-
Bobby Thompson and Kevin.
Yes.
And then for the women, they've got
They've-
Nadia.
Inez, and Gabby Dixon.
Yeah, that's a
so
strong team.
It is a strong team, but
British
Team
team.
UK is strong too.
British team's got Eddie Hall.
Yeah. Eddie's
is-
still in.
Yeah.
We've got who forgot? I know
Hicksy, Bish.
Gav,
We've
Gav,
got Gav,
yeah.
and Felix.
and Felix. Yeah.
And then for the
women,
ladies,
Andrea, Donna,
and Rebecca.
and Rebecca.
Yes.
Oh, yes, a strong
Gonna be an
team
interesting
of
one.
ladies.
We will talk lots more about that later. But yeah,
Yes.
the Magnus v. Magnuson Classic. Lots of, a couple of new faces, I guess, for some people, ourselves included. But right now, very, very close at the top.
Yeah,
1
1 point
point.
between the top three, all to play for. My prediction, Maxime is in there, but it'd be great for another guy to win this as well, wouldn't it?
It looks like a really tough comp. I've seen a couple of guys, unfortunately, have got injured.
themselves. Yeah,
It's just the only thing with like stones and stuff like that. They're so awkward.
and snow.
Yeah, well, I think it's been okay, hasn't it?
Oh,
I
it looked a
I
bit
watched-
snowy the first.
I watched
one of the bits
Last
I
year
saw.
it looked really snowy.
Yeah.
I saw the temperature didn't look too bad when I checked it last, but that was yesterday, to be fair.
Oh,
I
look
haven't
at
had a
you.
chance to check it today.
All climatized. Morgan, thank you
There we
so
go.
much for the super chat. As a Texan, the Buc-ees here are bigger and better. We have heard that, Morgan, but when we were in Texas, we were about 38 kilometers from one, and it was just we didn't have a car, so it would have been a bit of a commitment. We
And
just didn't have
the
any
man
time
that
either,
took
did we?
us to Buc-ee's is in the house.
Yes,
And he's
Fred.
Fred came to Buc-ee's with us, and I think Fred enjoys shopping just as much as I do.
I thought you were about to say as much as I do. I was like,
No chance.
No.
There is no chance that Fred likes shopping like you, Auntie Liz.
Yeah.
I think he probably got some mild satisfaction watching us be nerds, and particularly watching you be a nerd in Buc-ee's.
Me, a nerd. I'm
yeah.
very cool.
I think Fred is very much on my level, that he maybe does a bit of internet shopping, and that's about it. Me and Fred know exactly what we want when we go into a shop.
You
we go
don't
and get
even
it.
do internet shopping. I do your internet shopping
Well,
for you.
You like shopping so much, it's just easier.
Oh dear. Right, where?
But thank you, Fred, for taking us. It was fun to actually
Yes.
meet up with Fred and spend some time with him.
And I only briefly got locked in the car once. And that was
Oh
a
yeah, you got
genuine
locked in the back of
mistake.
his car, didn't
They
you?
just we pull up. Oh, we're at Buc-ee's, everyone out. I'm like, I try the handle. Oh, it's not. But they've already shut the door and they're buggering off near the entrance. I'm
We
like
were like-
banging on the back
like,
window.
Where's
Let me
Liz?
out.
It's quiet, isn't it? Where's Liz?
Couldn't believe it. There we go.
Oh,
I've
I need
got
to
a bit
kind
of
of.
a cold again as
Right.
well. This always happens.
Right, I'm going to try. Oh, we'll just try and catch up, and then I need to.
Oh, something in my
Ask
eye.
something.
Fred, thank you so much for the super chat. Good morning, afternoon,
The
evening,
man
everyone.
himself.
Hope all is well. If you're not with someone you love, be with someone you can tolerate.
And right now, he can just about tolerate us. So he's here.
Sound advice, Fred.
It's always good to have Fred out. I hope you enjoyed OSG as well. It's they were long days.
Oh, they were long days.
They were indeed.
My quads still haven't forgiven me. And Brian, thank you for the super chat.
We
You both
have
need a break.
we have a break coming up.
Yes, 19th of December.
19th of December. We are looking forward to a family holiday away, and I'm going to take. I keep saying I'm going to take a week off. I don't think I'll manage to take like complete. I'll try and take as much time off as
Loz
possible.
doesn't take time off work, like with his
No.
coaching.
I've said to like clients, I'm gonna
you're gonna
try and
you really
should. just message me in an emergency. There we go.
An emergency being, I failed my log. Is that an emergency?
No, that is not an emergency.
Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Loz and Liz, glad you're live for I drove back.
I hope you guys have a safe trip back and you're doing okay, buddy. Just spoke earlier. So I need to ask Monica something because we know Monica will have been watching. As you know, well, Maxime is doing in Iceland. Maxime is in 3rd place right now. 1 point shy from first. But I'm going to try and get to the bottom of these messages very quickly.
Why?
Sorry.
Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Eddie said this morning on a Q&A with Brian Shaw that he hasn't really been training events. He's going for a hold world record. Well, not every athlete is doing every single event, are they? I'm not sure exactly who's doing what. But I think Eddie has been training for it. Maybe he's trying to save face before the competition starts.
I'm just a bit confused about the hold. Well, I guess you mean the front hold.
Front hold, yeah. There is a front hold.
Eddie's very, very good at the front hold. Eddie's doing the front hold. He's doing the Viking press, which we tested today.
Oh, yeah, no, Giants Live did announce who's doing what, didn't they?
Yeah.
Or not names, but how many members, I think.
Yeah, and Eddie will be part of the last event as well. I have got a little bit more information coming, and we're going to update everyone with the team comp. I'll tell you what, the team comp is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I was talking to Darren Sadler today, and it looks really good fun.
Yeah. Did you see that? The wife lifting comp that Mitch did, where you have to deadlift your partner as many times as possible.
I'm pretty sure we were talking to Mitch about the wife race competition, weren't we? You were mentioning we should do it.
I want to do the wife race. Have you guys seen this? They do it in like, I swear Rauno was saying it like it was invented in Estonia. I think the one I saw was in Sweden, like for the World Championships, where you carry your wife with her legs basically there. So she's holding on to the waist, legs there. And it's like a Tough Mudder, but with your wife on you.
We'll get training for it.
I think if I like make myself a bit lighter for you, but you have to weigh more than 50 kilos. That's the rule, I think.
Okay.
That's all right. That's easy.
Yeah. We'll get training for it.
Oh, how cool would that be, guys? Who wants to sit? We talked about this.
We'll do it. Mitch versus me.
No, we can't go up against Mitch. He'll win.
No.
Don't you think?
We'll be like we'll make sure he's training for a real heavy strongman.
Get him fat.
I'll just keep trying to get fitter. You get your weight down a little bit.
Yeah, make him bigger.
Like
try and make Ashley bigger as well.
They feed her.
Like buttering her toast twice.
Mitch is going to be challenging me. He'll be watching this and see how it's on.
Oh no! See, don't bring Mitch into it.
He's very competitive,
and he's good at everything as well.
Mitch and myself are two of those people that are quite competitive. We're very competitive. We had the most epic game of Jenga you've ever seen.
Well, I didn't see it because you were like, "Let's go get ready. We're leaving soon."
Honestly, Mitch will kind of testify with this.
I saw he did like a flying kick into the last one, didn't he?
No. Like literally, we got down to probably what was the only move possible.
It was giant Jenga, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. It was pretty epic.
Honestly,
there is some video footage.
Yeah, there is. I think it's in his on his vlog thing. Jiminy Crickets, thank you for the super chat. I shop only for gym equipment, then stalk the tracking apps.
Jiminy Cricket is very, very proud of his new deadlift bar.
Oh, what one's he got?
He's got a beautiful Texas power bar.
Very nice. Very nice.
What's Monica saying? Because I'm trying to follow Monica's, because she knows everything about what's going on.
She knows everything.
She knows more than you and me these days.
So is it Villas? Is that how
Yeah.
it's spelled? Villas. He's from Lithuania, but he's lived in Iceland for the last few years, training there. Absolutely amazing as a stellar athlete. So he is leading the competition right now.
Joint with Rongo. Rongo Keane looking in good shape.
Bobby Thompson.
Part of Team Loz, he is indeed.
Yeah. Oh, is he not in the Team USA as well?
Yes, he is.
We didn't mention him.
No, I did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't.
Did
Monica's nervous. What do you need to ask Monica?
No, I've seen Monica's comments, but like we're kind of skimming past them, so I wasn't kind of keeping. I'm just trying to read
to other people in the comments.
Okay.
See, you can't just read out all her comments.
I just wanted. No, because I haven't been able to watch. I know a couple of the people on here will have watched today.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to know if there's anything that we need to know about the Magnus for Magnuson Classic. Because looking at the results is one thing, but you don't kind of get the feel of where people made mistakes or people getting injured and stuff like that.
We'll watch it. We just need to watch it.
Well, we're going to watch the final day tomorrow. We're home tomorrow, so
we are home tomorrow.
To that, yeah. But I hope it's been a good competition. It's last year was really cool to watch.
I'm just trying to catch up. I think we've got to have a partner who's getting heavier for the progressive overload. That's a good point.
What?
Then I could do like a cut at the end. But for the wife carry, have a partner who's getting heavier for the progressive overload. You could put on a few kilos a week. That would be helpful.
So you're just gonna like eat and eat, and I'll train, and then I'll get stronger if I just carry you around everywhere.
Exactly.
Like Milo did with his cow.
Yeah, exactly. I could be your cow. Monica
Too
said,
easy. I'm not going to say anything.
Don't give me that much credit, Lars.
Monica, you deserve the credit.
Oh yeah, Finity with a hamstring injury on event number 2.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
I think he's still battling through though, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a lot of guys like Ryan England has a torn finger.
Yeah.
He like literally can't straighten his hand, and it's been affecting his grip. Kim has a torn hamstring from Greenland's Strongest Man. Everyone's falling apart, but we're in November. Athletes are.
We don't have an off season anymore either.
No, it's a shame as well. Like Kim did Greenland's Strongest Man a few weeks ago, and I was like, we're talking, and I was like, just go in there and do enough. But the promoters put pressure on him to try and go for a national record in the deadlift. He really wasn't in shape to go for a record.
No,
I was like, I'd rather you just kind of go there and win the deadlift. I think he needed 350 or 360 to win the deadlift. So he could have done
walk in the park for him.
And like, I've been in that position before where promoters put pressure on you and then you end up getting hurt.
Yeah.
So it's just experience, and it's hard to be at your best. He's had World's Strongest Man. He's had, the Arnold's, other big shows you're training for. Your body needs that downtime. And it is tough to tell a young up and coming athlete that don't push it, because your natural instinct is you want to push it. But sometimes you've got to be smart. And unfortunately, he ended up getting hurt. Hopefully it's not too bad. I don't think it is too bad. He's able to compete, but it's going to obviously affect performance.
It was a really important question.
Hey Toby, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you for the super chat. Good evening, Loz and Liz.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think of Big Z's new moustache? I'll answer the first question. You answer the second question. What strongman implement shall I try and get for Christmas? Horrified. I have screenshots of it on my phone. Like, what is this? Like, just in case, when you don't know if you're asleep, if you're awake, what's happening. I just couldn't believe it. I still can't. For anyone who hasn't seen.
Z Hogan there.
Z Hogan.
Give him a bandana.
Like, I can understand a picture like this in your bathroom because you're taking the beard off and you want to, take some pictures halfway through, but not out. He's out.
He's like, I drink tomato juice. I eat lots of food.
I can only assume he's having a crisis. I don't know. Honestly, not a fan. And I'm a big fan of Z, but I'm not a fan of that.
Z, to me, greatest strongman of all time.
Worst moustache.
I actually thought his beard looked pretty cool.
Yeah. I was just getting used to the beard and now this.
I thought, okay, I'm sort of like, because Z's always been so clean shaven.
Yes,
he's
always.
like the strongman that just
never had
defied the beard. He was kind of clean shaven all the time.
Yeah.
You never saw him with even a bit of stubble or anything.
No.
And then suddenly Z turns up with his
full
beard.
bush.
Yeah, I was like, Okay, I can dig that. It was looking good, and then suddenly,
That.
what do you guys
Honestly.
think of Z's beard? I mean, not beard,
Moustache.
handlebar moustache.
I just feel like I'm getting the rug ripped out from under me all the time with these things. Like first Mitch's little moustache, and then he said to me, "Oh, Ashley wants me to grow it back," and I was like, "You're a liar." So I messaged her, and she does. And now I just don't know what's going on in the world right now. It's a very scary place. The second question: what strongman implements should you try and get for
Ooh.
Christmas? Depends what you got, to be honest.
Do you know what?
Toby.
Something I haven't told you yet, and I think it'd be good for Toby is some grip implements.
Grip toys.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want
fine.
like some pinch blocks or a Saxon bar. Just kind of putting it out there,
Okay.
and an ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake, pain in my life. Oh yeah.
Those farmers are nasty, Monica. I remember watching them from last. If it's the same farmers, they are nasty.
And they did it around the Husafell pen this time.
Ooh,
Interesting. I guess that's so they don't have to worry about the line.
Yeah.
Oh, we joke.
How many years till Jack makes it to World's Strongest Man, do you think, Uncle Loz?
You've been with him this weekend, haven't you?
I think Jack can get to World's Strongest Man within 2 to 3 years. I genuinely believe that.
Mhm.
He's improving very, he's getting more experience, and he just looks more focused than before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pushing him a lot on his conditioning now, because the thing is, like, a lot of people, you just got to get stronger to start with, and then you start working more on making you a better all-round athlete. So now we're working a lot more on that side of things, and he's working hard. It's good to see. He's kind of believing in himself and making good progress.
There's someone in the chat. Malcolm, anytime I hear cow, I think of JF. Ashley Harrison, is that Mitch's Ashley? Liz, I love your hair color. Looks so good. Is that Mitch's Ashley? I just mentioned about the moustache.
We'll see.
We're a little bit behind.
Yeah, it might be a different one.
Yeah, Ashley's here. It is
Yay.
Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Still don't understand. Oh, Armour is here as well. Dang, I just realized you're on. Hey, guys. Hey, Randy. I know your name now. He's like, my name makes you uncomfortable, Liz. I was like, oh, what is it? He's like, Randy. I was like, ooh. It means something different in England.
Randy's a great name.
Randy's a strong name.
It's like a good name. It's just you're just dirty.
Ah,
dirty girl.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's move on quickly. Randy, there's something coming in the post for you.
That sounds dodgy.
But there is. Oh dear. Horrified. Oh, people talking about the handlebar moustache, presumably. Is it one of the natural wonders? There's nothing natural about it. It's very unnatural, I'd say. Or apparently Athor tripped on a small stone sticking out the ground during the Husafell carry. Mika would have done better on the farmers, but he slipped on the mud. Oh dear.
I think Magnus says, to be fair, and this is like, I'm protecting Magnus here, but he does say this competition is not just about the events. You've got to battle the conditions as well.
Yeah.
And he means it, guys.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't want to battle those conditions, don't go to Iceland.
He's a bit of a sadist, isn't he? Magnus.
Yeah. Lots of nice comments for your hair, Lizzie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Tim, your hair looks good, Liz, and Loz's beard is.
My beard's a bit of a mess right now. I'm really grey, and I just need a trim.
You need my colorist. She's very good.
She's very good. Let's have a look.
No, God, no, you don't need my color. You'd look weird blonde. Imagine a blonde beard on you. You'd look like a Hanson. The full beard looked good. Yeah, people liked the beard.
Is that the distances for the Husafell carry, Monica?
Yeah, apparently the world record has been broken a few times
amazing.
in the competition. Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, really good.
I think the conditions that they're doing it in, like we said. Marina, thank you so much for the super chat. Can athletes turn down promoters in those pressure situations, or do they run the risk of not being invited back to those shows if they don't comply?
Of course they can turn down.
Yes, and like I think comply is way too strong a word. I think if you're honest with people and say, look, I really don't, like the people who are organizing the shows, they get it, don't they? All you have to do is be honest. I'm hurt. You don't want me coming hurt. I've made this commitment. Like everyone has lives, don't they? I've never seen anyone given a load of shit for not doing a competition. Have you?
No. I had a chat with Darren today, actually, and he would rather athletes came to competitions in good shape if he gives them an invite, and if they're not in good shape, he'd rather they say, "Don't do it." Like, I'm not in shape for this one. Let someone else have a chance. That and athletes need to be okay with that. Don't feel pressured into having to do every single comp.
The thing is, we're so spoilt for choice with talent right now. And I think the OSG Men's Opens was testament to that, wasn't it? Anyone who was there who watched the stream, there's so many good guys coming through. Oh, I need to sneeze. But yeah, no, I think, yes, they can say no.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard sometimes when you're sort of new to the scene to think you can't, but you've got to look after your body. You know, the strongman now isn't how it used to be. We can do this as a profession now, strongman.
Yeah.
You know, you can choose this as a career path, whereas you couldn't. And you've got to look at that longevity and looking after your body and thinking, okay, which shows do I need to do? It's great that we have so many opportunities, and people kind of sometimes people say, oh, like this comp's the best because it pays the best, but only one person can win a show. There's lots of athletes out there looking to make a living. So if they've got those opportunities to compete regularly in different shows, pick up prize money here and then, we need those opportunities for lots of guys. It's not just the one outstanding guy that's winning the top prize all the time.
Fred, no, the moustache is fantastic. He needs to keep it. No, Fred, come on. Oh, Nolan saying, I say, have fun with facial hair. That's all men have. That's sad if that's all they have. Oh, this one. Oh, yeah. What about clean shaven Eddie? I think, honestly,
do you know what? Like, I never really realized that the whole time I've known Eddie, he's had a beard.
He's had his goatee type thing, yeah.
And now I know why.
Do you know what, though? I feel like, have you ever seen those videos where the baby sees their parent for the first time without a beard and they're horrified? That was me. I was like, But so maybe it's just like
it's cool.
It's familiar, but not not right.
Fair play to him. He's doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, he is.
And I think the sooner he grows it back, the better.
Oh dear. Oh, Mitch looks better without the P-star moustache. Yeah, agree.
Yes,
agree. Oh look. Oh, Monica, don't show me up. Loz, I'll get you an ice cream cake at the Arnold.
Thank
That's
you,
because you have
Monica.
easy access to them. Do you know what we have? Viennetta. They cost £1.
That's not an ice cream cake.
I could get one from Iceland, which is like a cheap food shop. Oh dear. Anyway, let's move on. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Should older adults 50 plus learn and incorporate deadlift into a strength program?
Should they? Is a kind of vague question. Like, should they? Depends on many things. There's nothing wrong with learning to deadlift correctly. There's nothing wrong with not deadlifting. Like, I know a lot of people kind of had a go at Oberst when he said the general public doesn't need to deadlift. I'm not sure of his exact phrasing, but I would agree that the general public doesn't need to deadlift. A bodybuilder doesn't need to deadlift. Deadlifting is an amazing strength exercise. It teaches, real good hip hinging movements. It teaches you how to lift heavy objects effectively from the floor. But do you have to do it? No, you don't have to do it. It's just one of those movements that I think is good to learn, like any movement is. But deadlifting's the reason most people deadlift is to get strong for powerlifting or strongman. It's not really that necessary in so many other things. Yeah. So it's kind of like deadlift is a bit more of a specific movement.
But they're saying about into a strength program. So if you want to get stronger,
absolutely. I think learning the compound movements and learning them well will teach good movement mechanics, gets you strong in those movements as well. So if you're doing a strength program, sure. If you're just someone that's just training to get in shape, or you're competing in certain sports, you don't need to deadlift. That's, I guess, what I was trying to get at. I personally love deadlifting, so I like to do it.
Yeah. Ryan, a little update on coaching Bobby. How's it been? A couple of weeks.
Good. It's only been a couple of weeks in. Bobby's great. Good feedback from Bobby. He's enjoying like a bit of a different type of training at the moment. He's feeling quite sore in terms of what we're doing because we're not pushing weight so high. We're kind of working more on volume. Early stages of prep for Arnold's really, and he's got this team comp coming up, so we can't really do too much just yet. But just figuring out his body and talking about our long-term plans. But I'm loving working with Bobby.
Detective Woe Buffett. Do you think Mitch should do the Arnold Classic?
Yes.
There you go. Is Giants Live North America still a thing? Hasn't been since COVID, unfortunately, but watch this space.
Giants Live will be coming to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like the sort of Giants Live that you see in the UK, isn't it?
Every single Giants Live going forward will be an arena show.
Yeah. There you go. So it's not going to be outdoorsy anymore. It's going to be a big arena show. All the lights, all the pizzazz.
Giants Live and Official Strongman are growing and wanting
They've
to
got big plans for OSG going forward, haven't they? I don't know what they are, but I'm just told big plans. So I'm excited to hear about them when we eventually do.
I think there's lots of good things happening.
Yeah. Let's see, people making friends at competitions. It's so nice. There's we love your blonde hair. Thank you. Yeah, I like deep down. I am just blonde. I can't be anything else. It's nearly there. We've just got a few more to go.
I never publicly said it, but I prefer her blonde.
That's fine. God, my kids are brutal.
Your Lewis was brutal.
Hate it. Change it back. It's like, Lewis, it's not that simple.
Alexa was lovely. Lewis was brutal.
Alexa was really upset that Lewis didn't like it. Like, it hurt her feelings, thinking that my feelings might be hurt. She's such a sweetheart, isn't she? She's so lovely. Lewis, on the other hand, he's so mean to me. Watching the Husafell made me want to steal a rock from my neighbor and run around in the yard.
That is literally
naked,
how I got into Strongman. Like running
around the garden naked.
Pretty much watching World's Strongest Man on TV, seeing people lifting rocks. That was like a real vivid memory. That and truck pulling.
Yeah,
I remember Odie Wilson pulling a truck, and like Magnus and Magnuson pressing rocks overhead or carrying stones.
Yeah.
And I used to go walking with my dad, and like in the hills, I'd find stones and try and lift them and carry them. I was about 8 years old, but yeah, I got memories of that.
I never did anything like that.
You did not.
You're right, sir.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I did a 120 log for 3 this weekend.
Oh, well done, sir.
Just putting that out there. Come back, son.
Anthony, I dragged my wife and newborn son 6 weeks to OSG, but I got to meet you both, so it was all worth it. Especially because you were both so friendly. Great to meet you. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed OSG.
Fred knows that I'm friendly now as well, and I don't say no when someone speaks. Whoops. It was I'm just deaf.
You are.
It's a disability though. Like, people can't have a go at me. Have you watched Eddie in the Show podcast?
The Shaw podcast.
Oh, Shaw podcast.
No, I haven't.
No, we're totally out of touch with everything. You've been away all weekend. We've just been battling, trying to get shit done. Long Yang, thank you for the super chat. Can I get Auntie Liz to do a shout out to my wife, Mia? Yeah. Hello, Mia. Yeah. How do you do? Thank you for joining us, and thank you so much for the super chat as well. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Oh, right, it's there twice. There we go. Thank you for super chatting it as well.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
We were all horrified. Oh yeah, look, Eddie shaved isn't Eddie, it's Edward Hall.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, old boy.
I'm not sure who a beard helps out more, Eddie or Pa. Oh God, I was really horrified when Pa used that filter. I was like, oh my God, why would he do this? I even messaged him and I was like, is this recent? And he's like, yeah. So he didn't technically lie to me.
Yeah.
Oh, swine.
He's funny.
He's a swine is what he is.
Thank you for becoming a new member.
Yay. Welcome.
Elia.
One smart man said there's no reason to be alive if you can't do deadlift.
This is true.
Yeah. Yes, awesome for arena show. Giants Alive in the USA. Yeah, like if it's anywhere near you in the USA.
Just for those that are interested, Darren is coming on and doing a chat once we get the team comp out of the way.
Cool. Going to talk more about that.
Talk more about what's like. Actually, he thought you were coming up with me this weekend and he wanted to do a podcast up there.
Yeah, I know.
But unfortunately, it was your mum's birthday, wasn't it?
It was my mum's birthday. So
happy birthday, Sue.
Yeah. Birthday, Mum. She doesn't
yesterday.
watch our channel.
No. So you didn't get to come this weekend.
No.
We'll be doing some stuff soon with Darren.
Yeah.
Fred's telling people to look for you in the Buc-ee's cap.
What are those types of hats? You know, like a sort of trucker style cap, like
It's
the
a
Von
cap.
Dutch ones, and yeah, but they suit me. They suit my head.
Oh.
You, however,
I
look
look
very odd in
I
one.
look
Don't
terrible.
you?
Where is your hat?
It's over. Shall I go get it?
Go get your hat.
I'll go get my Buc-ee's hat.
She bought a hat from Buc-ee's.
And I'm very proud of it.
Nope. That was my Rauno impression to someone asking if Oberst is still doing the Giants live.
That's a pretty good impression.
Ah, well, that's much easier for me to remember. Detective Wob Buffett. I got that wrong. I'm just going to refer to you as Elizabeth. We have another Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
Pardon?
We have another Elizabeth.
You talking to me?
No. I bet this is weird for you guys watching. Monica is chatting to us. Yes, Martins is captain now. So yeah, Oberst is out. Not 100% sure on the reasoning, but Oberst is captain, and Spencer Remick is into the US team as well.
1 week after his win. 2 weeks.
Loss. In the chat during the Magnus v. Magnuson stream, people were wanting to know if you have ever touched the Husafell. I have never used the original Husafell. I've used shield carries and done various kind of similar events, but I've never had a go at the actual Husafell. Something I'd love to do. We do plan on going to Iceland at some point, and I'd like to just be able to have a go on it. And I know I could get it up and carry it. So it would be cool to just touch such a historic. What's she on about? What did you say?
I can't find my Buc-ee's hat.
Oh, just come back. We're missing you. But yeah, I'd like to try it, but no, I haven't.
Oh. I've got it.
Oh, she's got it. She's coming. Yeah, we want to see the trucker hat. People are saying trucker hat, trucker hat.
Is it a trucker hat?
Yep. Bring your trucker hat. Oh, she looks proper trucker.
Hold on.
What else have you got? Oh my God, she's bringing sorts of things.
Show people.
Oh, you've got memorabilia.
I have.
This could be interesting. Who wants to see Liz's memorabilia from OSG?
From OSG. So the most important thing is obviously this hat, but I also have Nick best smelly shoes. It's his competition shoes. He left them there. And I was like, Nick, your shoes. And he was like, take them. I don't need them anymore. He's so dramatic. I love it. So I was like, I will. And I put them in my backpack. But I also have this rather cute handbag, which some of the athletes from Zambia bought for me.
That was nice.
Yeah. And
they were
like,
lovely, weren't they?
They were so sweet. And they were like, oh, it's to carry like your spare batteries and your phone and stuff around it when you're filming. And I was like, oh, that's just adorable. So I just wanted to say a public thank you to them.
You okay?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorted?
I'm fine now. Right, it was still in the suitcase. Right. Do you think UK having Giants Live and being smaller helps the popularity of Strongman? US is so hard to meet other fans, plus hard to get to competitions. It was 30 hours round trip to go to the short classic. Thank you for the super chat, Marina.
I've said one of the advantages we have in the UK is we have a small nation, but quite high population density.
Yeah.
So that the furthest you really have to travel to get to a Giants Live is probably 6 hours for most
Realistically,
people.
for most.
You know, whereas in the States, you guys are so spread out, and it's much harder to just get to some of the
it's like
events.
driving right across Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's definitely harder. It's good. It's great for the UK that we have like Giants Live here, but it's good to see they are starting to look elsewhere. And you know, it's important that fans do go and support these shows, because if we want to see more of them, we need to go and support this. You know, Strongman. I was up at the Giants Live headquarters today, and it's not just being an athlete. You can get a career working in Strongman now. Giants Live have got positions for people, and they are starting to look at new jobs, and who knows how big it can get. So if you're interested in Strongman, we just need to keep supporting, you know, trying to grow it.
I would like to see, like, eventually, I know they're talking about going into North America once a year, a Giants Live qualifier in South America. Just have a couple of guest well-known athletes, but then local
I want
athletes.
to see a competition in Australia, a competition in South Africa, a competition in South America,
and have true giant, like, world qualifiers throughout the world for the world's
That would
strongest
be
man. I think,
amazing.
yeah, that's
If
where
we
we
can
should
ever
be
get to
heading.
that kind of point, it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trucker hat.
Trucker
This
hat.
is Elizabeth.
Yes.
Her bank has rejected her membership. That's sad.
Someone help Elizabeth out. People can gift memberships. I don't know if we can though. I'll try. Not enough swearing for a Rauno impression.
I was trying to be polite, Rauno. Rauno just going, nope.
Nope.
That's a good impression.
Anyway, shut up. Right, Alex, thank you for the super chat. Hey, just wanted to say hi and hope all is well.
I hope you're doing okay,
well,
but I just spoke to Alex earlier. He's having to go all the way to the Far East at the moment for work.
Oh, right. I was going to say he's being extradited out of the country or something.
He's in the US Army. So
okay. Oh, God.
And his training is being affected by it. But
Yeah.
he hit some awesome deadlifts today. And we're just letting him have a free week of training, get himself settled out there once he knows what kit he's got and the gym he's training in.
Yeah.
Then we get focused.
Get sorted. Derek. Hi, Loz and Liz. Loved all the OSG videos, especially the hurricane ones. Shopping with Rauno should be a reality TV series. Do you know what? That man is like sitting on a gold mine, isn't he? Just his personality alone, you could sort of bottle it and sell it because he's very funny. It's the accent that makes everything funnier.
The funny thing is he doesn't think he's funny.
No, we walk into Walmart and he's like, this is for hunkering down. I need to buy everything. He's like, what? He's like, I need a lot of stuff. And he's just funny, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tommy, greetings from Finland. Do you think Hathor will succeed his attempt to lift 400, 200, 400?
What do you think?
Yeah, it's Thor.
I
don't think he would have set the numbers if there wasn't a chance of doing it.
He squatted 360 the other day.
I don't know, but
the guy's been back training like
a week. Yeah,
it's just mental how strong that guy can get in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Did he sign them too? No, Monica, he did not sign them. I wasn't that.
We will have to make him sign them.
I wasn't that forward thinking, but yeah, we'll see him at some point. I'll keep that. I'll probably put them in the washing machine, to be honest.
Auntie Liz, here's one for you.
Thoughts on the World's Strongest Man's tweet? Oh man, well, I follow Strongman Reddit, and there's more to that where obviously people on Reddit have been scrutinizing. What does it mean? What does it mean? And World's Strongest Man have been responding on there. I think World's Strongest Man could do with being a lot more transparent because I think that would quash some of these conspiracies.
They are starting to be, aren't they?
They are. And also, oh yes, that's a good point actually. The director for social media for World's Strongest Man, we're going to have him on the channel next week. We can't bombard him completely. So we're going to open up questions to our channel members. So I'm going to do a community post for the channel members and give you guys the opportunity to ask him questions. Please bear in mind, he's not someone who has control over all things, or some things might be outside of his remit, but I know he knows a lot. I know he'll share what he's able to. So yeah, look forward to that next week. Trucker hat Liz emoji needed. Yeah, I think so. Just maybe a little Buc-ee's emoji. Is that pushing it too far? Am I getting carried away? No, we should.
If members want it, you should make it.
Yeah, trucker hat emoji.
You've got to give the people what they want.
Are you going to click on something?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to read.
Okay. There we go.
We would love to do some stuff with Rongo. We've got a few things planned with a few couple of people. We need to talk to Rongo.
Yes, yeah.
The main issue is like location of everyone, because we're kind of going to be between Sydney and Melbourne. So it's not a huge range in terms of Australia. We don't have enough time to go everywhere.
From my understanding, though, most people live within. Do you know what I mean? It's massive, but.
I wonder if any of our Australian friends are on right now.
Yeah, let us know where we should be going, what we should be doing. Help us out. We're going to hire a car because they drive on the left-hand side of the road. I know you drive.
That's not why we're going to hire a car.
We're going to hire a car because we need a car.
We're going to hire a car because we've got a lot of miles to do.
What I mean is,
and we want to be able to get about.
I'll be willing to drive because it's on the left.
Yes.
There we go. That's what I meant. Oh no, big Loz on the Husafell.
Yeah, I want to try it when we go to Iceland.
Do you?
Just to say I've done it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not going to try and break the record or anything. I just want to lift it a little bit and carry it around the pen or something.
Yeah.
Carry it 10 foot.
The greatest thing about Giants Live going worldwide would be that it would be so difficult to get Kaz and Neil to all the shows that we'd be forced to have different commentators.
Ooh, Jamie,
naughty boy.
But what if what if Giants Live just flew them out? Which I think would be what would happen.
Most likely. Yeah. Jamie sat at the show in America with his Buc-ee's hat
Yeah.
on, like, crap. The hat is fabulous. So nice to meet you at OSG, Auntie Liz. My first time competing there, Masters woman. Big Loz calling my strapless axle deadlifts crazy on the OSG live stream made my day. It was lovely to meet you too. And thank you so much.
It
I'm
was
really proud of
impressive.
my hat.
Like deadlifts on an axle
Without straps. Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Why?
damn.
Why?
That was also my thoughts, but I was
Yeah.
like, damn, that's good.
We need another comment. We need a follow-up on this.
Yeah.
Please explain.
Some people just can't get along with straps.
No.
Like they just can't figure them out. Normally they're using them wrong when they can't. I've seen a few people with straps and they're like, I can't use them. And
Yeah.
either they've got the straps on the wrong way or they don't
Oh,
know how to use them.
look, Fred has made bought a membership for Detective Wobuffet, which I
thank
think is
you,
Elizabeth.
Fred.
That's so kind of you, Fred. Here we go. Bit of a shout. Fred.
Fred is awesome.
Fred.
Where's our pictures with Fred? Have you got pictures?
I've got pictures on my phone. Hold on.
You, me, and Fred. Fred, thank you so much. You really do so much to support us. And, you know, you guys are amazing. They really are. We've got a nice little community here.
We do. It's friendly.
It is.
Where's Fred?
Rauno and Mitch. That was so funny with Mitch kind of winding Rauno up.
Oh, it's so funny. I get so cross with him. He's like, this stupid. Because Rauno is quite trusting that someone's just going to be straight with him because he's such a down the line guy, isn't it?
Do you know?
There we go. There's us with Fred outside Buc-ee's.
Yay, there he is.
There you go. I'll have to send it to you, Fred, so you can keep it forever, assuming you want it.
Right. Jiminy Crickets needs me to convince his family that he's going to be competing in 3 years' time.
Okay.
I genuinely believe this is Michael Williams, by the way. Just so
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, I know who Jiminy
Yeah.
Crickets is. Yeah.
I genuinely believe we can get him to Masters
OSG.
over 50s.
There
I
you
do.
go.
Like, you know, we joke and stuff like that,
yeah.
but I'm deadly serious. I believe he can be good enough to go and compete there. And I think it would be an amazing achievement if it's something that he wants to do.
Mm.
Like, can he be world's strongest man? No, you can't. But can he go and compete and, you know, keep getting better?
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's making good progress. He's got his new deadlift bar. He needs to get in the gym and use it.
Got his new Texas bar.
And he needs to stop sending me annoying videos where I think he's failed. He sent me a video the other day, and I was like, I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll be totally honest.
Okay.
I was, because he failed, and he's like, "Oh, really bad day." And I was watching it, and I kept rewinding it and watching it again. I was like, honestly, like, you look at people's technique, and I just convinced myself he must be having a really bad day and have no energy today because it just looks like he's not trying that hard.
Mm.
And I was like, next time, just try harder. And he's like, are you being serious? So I watched the whole video, and then he's like, he's doing this fake deadlift where he can't pull it, and then he just picks it up and loads it onto the
I'd
bar.
get so wound up.
Yeah. I was like, do you know how busy I am?
Yeah. I really don't have time for these antics. Speaking of clients, Mitch, I'm 99% going to Australia. Just need my coach to give his blessing.
Only if we have a wife race in Australia.
Yes, wife carry. Oh, but Ashley might not be able to come. We'll find a nice big lady for you
I'll
to carry.
find- Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
I'll find a lady for you to
You
carry.
can carry
that-
Rongo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll do. Rongo or Eddie Williams.
Yeah. that
I
would
think
work
we
as
should have a
well.
wife race with Mitch and Eddie Williams and you and me.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Then, and we'll do it after the comp because I think that's only fair.
Because I think he's going to get injured.
I don't think he's going to. Well, do you know what? He's so bloody strong. He'll probably do it. Have you seen how quick he runs with 500 kilos?
To be fair, yeah, Rongo's. Oh,
All
sorry,
right, I
Eddie's what, 180?
Yeah,
If you hit-
I might
hit
find
double.
someone bigger.
Bigger? Who's the biggest
Yes,
person in
you have
Australia?
the blessing, Mr. Mitchell Hooper. You beast. We will chat tomorrow. We're going to catch up tomorrow. So no, not tomorrow. Monday. Monday we catch up.
Oh, right. Anyway, clearly y'all need to add a chocker hat. Yes. To the merch shop, and then eventually Loz and Liz mud flaps. Is that a euphemism for something? What's a mud flap?
We're so out of touch with this. Must be an American thing.
It must be an American thing. I don't think I have mud flaps.
I
Do
think you should.
Is it
make-
something
you
to
should
do
make
with
a
a
hat? But look how
What
terrible.
are you doing to me? 90s Loz it. Oh no. Oh, that's actually the best.
That's
of
probably
a
the
bad
best of
bunch.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the best.
No, give me that thing. Oh dear. There we go. Would you recommend doing strongman in the alley? I live in a rather sketchy part of town.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I used to train in a dodgy part of Gloucester. It was a bit of a dodgy part of
Yeah,
Gloucester.
it was.
But the dodgy people around there were fascinated by strongman.
Yeah, I bet.
They'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you lifting?
But that's
Can
the
I
thing.
lift that?"
In these dodgy
then-
places, strength is very
Yeah.
much something
And
that.
then when you're like, "Yeah, come and have a go," and they
People
can't lift it
admire.
up, they're suddenly like quite impressed.
They admire strength. Yeah.
So do it.
Yeah, do it. You'll be the talk of the town, but in a good way. Mitch, carry Andrea. No, we need heavier than
Mudflap's go on
Andrea.
a truck.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I thought it was. Liz and Loz mud flaps is the best idea ever. Would it like be in the
We'd be
shape
like-
of our heads? Blah, 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 blah. Oh dear. Mitch can carry Zadrunas. R.I.P. Mitch. I don't know if Zadrunas has the dexterity to hold on to Mitch in that position.
I'd like to see it.
I'd like to see it too. I'm
What are you
sure
doing?
Mitch would like that. Well, we're down to the bottom of the questions.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. Loz, do you think you could finish Brian Shaw's Blob series? blobs.
I've not seen his blob series. I was pretty good on blobs. We used to have some in the gym in Gloucester, actually.
Yeah.
The gym in Gloucester was owned by like a guy called Steve Gardner, who he's done a lot of impressive grip stunts. He's lifted the Millennium dumbbell, which is like 102 or 103 kilo thick-handed dumbbell. He's got blobs, pinch grip and stuff like that. And I used to like messing around with them. Blobs tend to suit people with bigger hands. So if you've got like a massive hand, because they just get thicker. That's the kind of like, so it's not really sometimes even just a weight.
Just suit long fingers.
Yeah, someone like Mark Felix would be really good because he's got those finger lengths to get around them. So I'm okay at them, but I don't know that I could finish them if he's got some real heavy ones there. But I've lifted some decent blobs before. The other thing with things like grip strength tools in general, the more worn they are, the easier they are to lift. So like when they're brand new, they're quite slick. Whereas when you kind of get a lot of chalk into them and they rust up a little bit and you kind of get a bit of a groove onto them, they become easier.
Yeah.
So there's a, you can't really compare what someone's doing in one gym to another gym.
Grip is such an interesting thing anyway, isn't it? Like when we were in Estonia, the Rolling Thunder, Rauno was better than Ivers marginally.
Well, there's different types of grip.
Ivers has better grip than Rauno, but like Ivers can't do the 50 kilo plate
pinch
pickup.
grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different types of grip and people are strong in different areas.
Yeah.
So, you get some like Rauno has quite strong pinch grip. Rauno's issue is he's very thick in this part of his hand with relatively short fingers.
Yeah.
So getting around a bar, he's kind of like not able to get his thumb round like you say, I am there. His thumb's kind of like there. So it opens up real quickly. And that's why he struggles on holding onto a bar. Yeah. But with a pinch grip, he's actually much stronger. Yeah. So it's kind of weird.
Question for Les. If you were going to compete in a sport, which sport would you choose? It probably would be strongman. Well, no, do you want to know why though? Because it's like, why would I go and hire a very expensive tennis coach when I've got a really good strongman coach in the house?
Yeah, but would you want to compete in strongman?
No, but I don't want to compete in any sport. So
did you ever like any sports at school?
Yeah,
what did you
I used to really like netball and hockey.
Okay.
I used to play on the school teams.
So would that not be a choice?
No. That was a fun after school thing, but
fair enough.
I'm busy.
Anyway, we'll move on.
There we go.
All people are talking about Maxime's going to win. There's still two events. So they've got the deadlift left and the log. So Maxime
actually won this deadlift last year, didn't he?
I think it's a different deadlift this year. I don't know. Actually,
Axel for reps. I can't remember.
It might be the same.
I think it's the same.
There's no tremendous deadlifters there.
Yeah.
Certainly not in shape like you'd think. Like
no, there's
Kim's a great deadlifter,
but
he's going to struggle with his hamstring. So Maxime could score good points on the deadlift.
Yeah.
And if he can, I'd say Rongo's pretty good at log.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good Villis is. So
I don't know. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think it's going to be a battle on these last two events.
Professional thumb warrior. Yeah. And you know what? I get off. You took my nail. I am raising an army of thumb warriors as well, because our children have freakishly long thumbs like me. Lewis's thumb.
Monica, sorry, I'm just ignoring my wife here because she's going on. Who do you think is going to win the Magnus for Magnuson Classic?
Monica will be impartial.
I know she will.
Yeah.
But we'll see who she says.
Get the biggest and leanest horses of men possible if there was a 120 weight class. There in England there have been one.
The last 2 years they've done a British under 120 kilo class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, because it's a big jump from under 105 to an open, but at the same time I don't want too many weight classes and go down the route of powerlifting where it's like M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and all that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? With like, is it 5-year jumps in powerlifting?
Yeah, like, see, I don't have any issue with it, because I think you've got like the pro level where the general public tend to like watching the freaks that lift the biggest weights.
Yeah.
But then once you get into the sport, it's nice to have classes that suit you.
Yeah, I guess.
And like, if you're not aiming to be a pro, but you'd like to compete and stay under 120 kilos or under 100, like under 120 would probably suit me right now.
Yeah.
I could get down to that. Under 105, I'd be just too light. I'd give away too much strength.
No, I guess that like my sort of take on it is the less weight classes there are, the more great people we can see competing against each other rather than split up into different classes, I guess.
Yeah, but I think as the sport grows, there's more and more opportunities. And if more people want to do strongman, but they're not going to be a freak like Brian Shaw or something, it's nice to still be able to compete. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Someone
I put
asking
Monica on the spot. She said, "Damn it, Loz, you put me on the spot."
I told
but
you
she
she
didn't
wanted to
answer
be
the
impartial.
question, or has she?
Do you know why Sam Bellaboo didn't compete in OSGA? Presumably because Max is competing this weekend and she'll be with him. It maybe like the turnaround was just too much or something. I don't know that, to be honest.
I don't know.
No, because she was due to do it. She
Yeah.
was down to do it, but we will catch up with her soon enough and find out.
Guys, let's go and give Fred some subscribers and love.
Yeah. My channel, Yopper Fred, needs over 50 subs so I can go live at the Arnold's. There you go. That was very rude, Loz. Liz was just answering her question. Poor Liz. He is like this. It's very mean.
Go and answer your question.
I can't remember what the
It was
bloody
about
question
the
was.
size
now.
of Lewis's thumb.
He's got a long thumb.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did he beat you at thumb war?
No.
No. Did he beat me at thumb war?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Oh, didn't he?
No.
But he's not a cheating git like you are, though. Once he learns all the little moves and stuff, he'll have you, because his thumb is so much longer than yours. It's my 13-year-old son.
Elizabeth talking about Schoonwinkel.
Schoonwinkel, yes.
Is a
I'm
cool
so
name.
happy that at a Giants Live next year, the announcer's going to have to say Schoonwinkel. Is it Schoon or Schoonwinkel?
Probably Schoon.
I think it's Schoon.
Yeah.
Schoonwinkel, which is even better.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it get messed up.
He was good.
He was very good, and so was Matt Bragg as well.
Very.
Do you know what I was saying? I thought Matt Bragg got hurt on the first event.
Yeah.
I watched back that footage frame by frame so I could see the name on the t-shirt. It's just a doppelganger. It's just someone who looked like him.
That.
No, it wasn't him.
Has anyone spoken to you about or commented about the Tom
Yes,
Stoltman
people
lookalike?
have. Yes. Did you guys see
That guy was like,
Uncanny Valley.
I was like, it's Tom.
Yeah, he's actually a bit taller than Tom as well, but really friendly guy. And,
yeah, he was very nice.
But there was also a guy there that looked like Brian Shaw and one that looked like Jerry Pritchett. It was really weird. I think they were calling themselves like Walmart Brian and Walmart Jerry. But yeah, it was really funny.
That is funny.
Famous faces wherever you turn.
What's Monica saying?
Villas
or Rongo or Max. They could all get top place last two events. And it'll also come down to that as my bias is reaching for Villas because he is explosive, determined. Okay. Considering there's 1 point between the three of them, yeah, I think it's fair to say it's going to be between those three.
Yeah, that was a bit of a cop-out. But yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, we are going to have a Black Friday sale next week. What are we going for? 25%?
Whatever you want.
25% off next week. So wait for that. And yes, you will get your discount. There we go. Yeah, Brian Shaw lookalike there was.
Yeah.
Schoonveld at World Strongest Man
Yes,
around
there was.
2000. Yeah. No, Schoonwinkle is better. Come on. Yeah, it's the winkle that I like.
Winkle. dear.
Oh dear. Oh, there you go.
That's an interesting one.
Personal question, but no, interesting. Was it ever
Thank you for the
challenging
question.
to be step parents to your significant other's children?
Was it difficult? Yeah, there was challenges at times. Probably more challenging for me than you, I guess, because I had to
Live with
kind
us.
of like
And be away from your own daughter.
Ava. Yeah, that was the hardest thing. Is kind of like was bringing up someone else's child while being away from my own. I find that very, very challenging for a long time. But in terms of bringing up Lewis, there's been no issues at all. I just treat him like my son. He's part of my family, has been for a long time. We're very lucky that both of them get on really well with each other.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
But the hard thing was just being away from my daughter. That was the really challenging part, if I'm totally honest. I think there's always going to be some kind of challenges.
Yeah, of course.
But I think because I've been with Liz since Lewis was so young, he can't really.
He doesn't remember life before.
Like if we got together now, I think it'd be a lot more awkward.
Oh God, yeah.
Whereas
he just
sees me as a parent.
Pain in my ass.
Whereas
He would
I'd be like, why is that big guy here?
Yeah, he's very he wouldn't admit it because he's 13 and he's cool, but he's actually quite protective of me, isn't he?
Of course he is. You're his mum. He loves you.
And I think if you swooped in now, he'd be like, nope.
But to be fair, he's quite protective of me as well.
Yeah, well, he doesn't remember life before you, so yeah. Yes, he was a double for Tom. He was.
He really was.
Yeah. It's Schoonwinkle, which means shoe shop in touch.
There you go.
Brilliant.
That's interesting.
There you go.
No, there's still no Liz merch.
Oh, I know, man. I need one of you to be a good designer or something.
Me and Liz, being totally honest with you guys, we don't have a creative bone in our body, do we?
No, not artistic in the slightest. No.
We need some help.
Yeah, we need professional help. Everyone go and Fred's 5th sub. If Fred gets to 50 subscribers, he will be able to stream from the Arnolds next year.
I'm going to go and subscribe.
Loz is going to subscribe. There you go. There we are.
Do like 5-10 more minutes, and then we will let you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, isn't it?
It is Saturday. Saturday Night Live.
We are going to do a live tomorrow as well, aren't we? After the results from.
Are we?
Yeah. We said to do like a live tomorrow as well if anyone wants to join us.
What's going on? Okay, there you go. What kind of novelty strongman format, like the UK versus USA, would you like to see?
I'd like to see another type of team comp where we have.
Sorry.
I'd like to see more teams, but maybe just 2 guys doing kind of team comps or different weight classes. I think this team comp is really good, but I'm not sure we've got enough representation from lots of different countries yet to be able to make it. You could
make smaller teams and then have Canada, Ukraine.
Yeah, I think something like that would be cool. Maybe like a 3-man team or a 4-man team with you could have maybe 2 heavyweights, a woman, and a lightweight.
Yeah. Or you could pile in some countries like Finland, Estonia, Sweden, or something.
Yeah, definitely. But I would definitely like to see more team comps. I think the good thing with like Giants Live doing this team comp is it's going to be very different from most of the Giants Live comps, because sometimes comps can get a bit samey if you've got similar athletes and similar events. This is going to be totally different. And I think it's an amazing, absolutely brilliant opportunity for the women to showcase what they can do. I was looking at the equipment they've got today. It looks amazing. Everything's been weighed out. Everything is kind of, Darren's measuring everything in terms of making sure it's all the same. I think it's going to be a cool event. And the last event is going to be a little bit show in terms of the way they're scoring it. It's going to be a bit like gladiators in that the team that's leading is going to have a time advantage going into the last event. So because it's head to head, they, rather than just having like anyone in an unassailable lead, you get an advantage in terms of time on that last event, and then the team works together.
Okay, interesting.
So it's going to be a bit fun.
Why no straps? Because she can. Don't really understand why they're acceptable given the suit brief discussion at OSG. Thoughts on suits briefs?
Oh, I totally agree. If I had my way, it would be no suits, no briefs, no straps. I like raw lifting. But if you're competing, why put yourself in a disadvantage? Even in terms of grip, if you're strong enough to grip, that's fine. But as you kind of go up the level and things get heavier, there will be a time where grip goes before the back. And even if your grip is really good, if you still have farmer's walk or other events that involve grip strength, save it for those. I totally with you in terms of, we shouldn't be letting people get away with like covering up a weakness.
Yeah.
But if you're allowed to, take every advantage you can get. Don't put yourself at a disadvantage because maybe you could have got an extra rep. Even on a deadlift, if you are having to squeeze extra tight to hold on to it, that's taking away from your like pulling power. So like normally,
think how much we'd like miss out on someone like Brownhoe who
loads
done
of people.
4-7-6.
But even so, like I guarantee anyone can pull more with a bit of practice with straps than they can without. I don't care who you are. I don't care how good your grip is. Mark Felix has got an incredible grip, but I guarantee you can pull more with straps than without. Because once the weight goes up to a certain point, the grip will be the limiting factor for most people.
Yeah.
But it was awesome to watch. So, bonus points for doing it.
Obviously a handleable weight in your case.
But yeah, it's just like me personally, be like, I totally don't want anyone else using suits, but if they're going to all use suits, then I'm not going to not use it myself.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird though, because even at like the top level, you've got some guys in a single ply suit and some guys in those suits that will just stand up on their own because they're so. And
then suits are even different to straps because you can learn to get more out of a suit.
Yeah, I don't like suits.
But even like the straps, you've got guys like letting the grip go into their fingertips, then suddenly they're at a higher starting point, and you've shortened the range of motion.
And we were talking with Lynn the night or a day or two before about the briefs, and he was like, he didn't realize but on some people, they'll come up to your nipples. Obviously, it doesn't have straps on it like a suit, but still, it's not the point, is it? No. There's someone saying, I think no figure of eights. Yeah, I don't like figure of eights.
I hate figure of eights.
Sneeze again. Lozzie, you're going to have to take over.
I was trying to find... but okay, we'll do it later.
Yeah, you don't need to do it during the live.
No. John Wick, was my comment deleted? That's odd. No idea, John. I haven't seen any other comment from you.
Oh, no, I don't know.
I don't think
Monica, did you? Monica has, is it Monica? No, Nicola.
No, yeah.
Nicola has, and Nicola's not online right now. So
I guess no.
We don't have any moderators in the chat and we haven't deleted anything. Although if you've said something really offensive, maybe YouTube hid it. Presumably you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. So if you want to comment again, I'll read it, and if it's appropriate, I'll read it out.
Yeah, there you go. What a great competition OSG was, though, wasn't it?
It was.
It was stressful to watch, though, wasn't it?
OSG?
Yeah.
It was
stressful to watch Andrea on the stones. Towards the end, which could slip away.
She did well.
She did do really well, but I know she, wanted more.
Martha, I can't find it either, actually.
Oh, there we go.
Totally honest, but we will have a good proper look later.
I will link it in the description of this video once this video gets posted. Actually, I'll just link it in the comments, because if anyone else puts a link in the comments, YouTube will hide it. So that doesn't work either. Is she going skateboarding? No, Jason, I was showing everyone my Buc-ee's hat, which I'm very proud of. I'm actually a trucker, not a skateboarder.
Oh, the skateboarder look was better.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Reminded me of Avril Lavigne a bit.
Oh, you're getting excited, Lozzie. Yeah. Taking you back to your youth. Your first crush.
Elizabeth says, if it's a massive max deadlift, use a suit for reps. No suit and always train without a suit.
Use a suit for reps, no suit, and always train without a suit.
Yeah, to be honest, I pretty much, I hate seeing novices use suits. I very much against that. I would say 90% of your training should be done without a suit as well. Maybe 95% of your training. The only time I like seeing suits is when they are doing world record max deadlift in the deadlift world championships, for instance. Yeah. I'd rather see a deadlift for reps without suits, in a competition. But maybe then just have the suits just for those max attempts at something like a deadlift world championships. But we can't always get our own way.
No, we never go our own way. Oh, sorry, Jules, I clicked on the wrong one. Any idea when you'll have a discussion about suggested judging changes? You mentioned Brian had some good ideas.
Yeah,
it's on our list of videos to do, isn't it? It's just,
maybe next week if we've got time.
Yeah, we should have time next week because obviously we've just been catching up with OSG stuff. It's Magnus Fair this weekend. It's the team comp next weekend. But yeah, in the middle of next week, I'm sure we can get that out because we've been talking about like if we had a rule book, what would we put in it? So.
Well, we're not even talking about that, is it? It's just kind of like how, because it's so easy for us to sit as fans and judge the referee.
Yeah.
But
what's the best practice? The thing is, like any other sport, if you want to be a referee in football, I looked this up, how to become a referee. You have to do like
there's
all
qualifications to be
Yeah.
Strongman seems to be the only sport there's but the problem is Strongman isn't a governed body.
No, of course, we know. Yeah.
And this is why discussions are starting to take place now. And like behind the scenes, things are kind of starting to be spoken about and looked into.
But what we mean is no one was ever trained to be a referee.
No. What says, why does it have to be a former athlete be a referee?
Yeah.
Like you look at other sports, you don't have to be an athlete to be a referee.
No, absolutely not. But there should be some clear guidelines so the referees know what to do.
This is something like I think we were kind of discussing about with like OSG, for instance.
Yeah.
4 different referees.
Oh, yeah.
All the athletes. Everyone needs to be clear on the rules.
Yeah.
Everyone from, and then, the poor referees are out there for hours.
I know. It's such a long day.
It's just things that, like, I don't want to be the guy that sits here and says, how dare you get that call wrong? Because I'm human. I make mistakes all the time. I've probably made mistakes doing kind of judging before. I know referees have made good and bad calls when I've been competing. I saw calls on the weekend where athletes looked like they knew they hadn't got the rep.
But they got it anyway.
But we're all human. People make mistakes. But at the moment, we don't really have a structured system to follow. Like if everything from World's Strongest Man down is following the same rule book, if you like. So athletes know that they need to train to a certain standard. Referees know what they're looking for. I think we'll see a lot less. I think there's always going to be calls because it's the way it is.
Yeah.
And then Brian Shaw had ideas of like, okay, every athlete gets they can kind of call an opportunity to kind of look at a replay or something like that and call things out. There's things we can discuss, but it's more what can we do to get the sport better, not that guy's call was terrible.
Yeah, it's not a witch hunt.
I don't think if we just kind of like start calling people out and saying that's a terrible call, that's not really making anything better.
The thing is, it's fine to criticize something, but you should always offer a solution, I think. Do you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't just say that shit.
Yeah. Like we all make mistakes.
Of course, yeah.
So it's then right, what can we do to make sure we see less mistakes going forward and better calls? Anyway, I'll bore you guys with that.
Can Loz be Masters World's Strongest Man one day?
Yeah, you can.
There you go. Just say hello to Marius, our new channel member.
Hey, Marius, thank you for becoming a member.
If you do nothing else next year, go to OSG and support Loz. That's if he's competing. You don't need to support his commentary.
Support my commentary.
Support, a little bit. Yeah, go on, Loz, you're doing a great job.
I might commentate and compete.
Oh no! Although I'd
have time.
Well, yeah, you would. Romark, he mic'd up some of the athletes, which made for really interesting content. When I saw an athlete mic'd up, I was like saying nasty things to Romark.
If any athlete ever thinks I've been harsh on them, wait till you hear what I'm like with myself.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No, we shouldn't mic you up.
Yeah.
Martine's channel would be demonetized. Oh, that's an interesting question. Oh, in your opinion, which is the event that is associated with the highest risk of injury? Tire flip.
I'd say, tire flip has caused the most bicep tears. There's it's why we hardly ever see it now, to be honest.
Tire flip destroyed World's Strongest Man, Welsh. His name is gone.
Gary Taylor.
Gary Taylor's career.
Poundstone tried to make a comeback in his bicep tour.
Yeah. Who was it that the fingers came out on the tire flip as well? He popped them back in.
Yeah, Verastiuk.
Yes. Oh,
I'd say tires caused the most injuries.
Yeah. And a totally different range of injuries as well.
Mainly bicep tears, but
yeah,
there have been others as well.
But in Gary, it was his knees, wasn't it? He was under the
It fell
tire,
back on him,
bent the
didn't it?
wrong
Yeah.
way. Oh, anyway,
right. Shall we wrap it up?
yeah. Let's just
See if there's any-
non-format athletes. To play devil's advocate, how many non-format athletes would know what to look for? Right, I think I would know what to look for personally.
But this is what we're saying. Like fans, if they've been trained in an actual rule book, like you don't whoever. I know referees in other sports that have never competed in the sport. You just need to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, what's a good example?
You can be a football referee without being a footballer. Like you just have to do the qualification for it.
Yeah, you need to understand rules. And at the moment, we don't have a set rule that everyone follows. So it's like, you can go to every single comp and there'd be slightly different rules. And, one referee might, decide that the front of the car has to cross the line on a car walk. Someone might decide that the tire has to cross the line on the car walk. Someone might say that, you've got to kind of have these established rules that, right, you need to do this. And then if everyone's following that, then no one can argue with calls. At the moment, there's too much variables that people can argue about. And, I think if we have...
There should be a rules meeting for the referees, not just for the athletes.
The good question is, Monica, is who we get to write the rule book. Now, that has to be, that's when you think, okay, you do need former athletes in that.
Like a consortium of people.
There's probably a good few people I can kind of think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And you'll know some of them yourself that I think would be great in that situation because they do know all the tricks and stuff like that and what people are trying to do. Some of the best cheaters are the best guys to ask to become a rule book kind of.
Well, we won't say who we think should be on that
Pretty
panel,
much
then.
Every single winner that is out there.
Yeah.
Everyone that kind of knows how to win. And it's not even cheating. Top athletes are very good
at manipulating the rules. Yeah.
Well, I said this, to Darren the other day, and this is me being totally honest with you guys. We were just talking. A lot of people were asking questions in the rules meeting at OSG, asking some stupid questions, to be quite honest.
I had some criticism.
If it was me and I had something in my head that I was going to do, I wouldn't ask a question.
Yeah, just do it. If it's not written
I
in
would
the
just
rules,
do it
just
anyway.
do it, yeah.
And then I can argue that, well, there was no rule against it.
Yeah.
And then they've got to change it afterwards. Whereas if there's a rule book, and it also sorts out a lot of like those silly questions, like I don't know, what's the time limit? If you can just
read the rule book. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How what's the distance? Read the rule book. How do you kind of what's a lockout? Just if it's all in there, it saves all that waste of time of these kind of arguments.
Yeah, because it went on for a while, didn't it? I was out back having an adjustment because it took so long.
It was, So it's one of those things we just need to all kind of work together and try and improve. Nobody's got all the answers.
How much do you think it would cost to buy World's Strongest Man, and could a former strongman likely ever afford it?
I think it would cost millions.
I think it would cost hundreds of millions personally.
I don't think it would cost that much just yet.
It's owned by Endeavour.
Yeah, I know, but it's not who it's owned by. It's how much it's worth, how much the value is.
No, I know. That's not what I was getting at. I was going to say it's owned by Endeavour, who are the parent company of IMG.
I think they'd sell it for less than hundreds of millions.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
So maybe, but
I think, but it would cost millions.
Yeah, because the problem would be like, fine, you buy the name and the rights to host the competition, but then you need the money also to host the competition.
The reason I don't think it would cost hundreds of millions is because you'd be wasting a lot of money. Like whoever's going to invest has to see a return on that kind of investment, and you're going to look at to how much it's worth rather than how much you like.
Yeah, who owns it? It depends on what they're willing to let it go for, though. Like, I don't think they'd let it go for less than, to be honest. I'm going to find out from Mitch.
We'll
there we go.
Like, we definitely can't afford it. So
yeah, we can't afford it. And right now, I don't think any athlete could afford it.
No, I don't think any athlete could.
I loved seeing Colin Bryce refereeing. He hasn't refereed since 2000.
I actually enjoyed it. It's Colin's ready. Like,
it was quite nostalgic. Yeah. It just made it brought an air of familiarity to it, and it felt like because we always heard him.
Do you know what?
On World's Strongest
For the
Man.
most part, Colin was a good referee.
said this. I said I think Colin's a good referee, and I don't know if it's something you're allowed
And
to say.
Colin is
publicly.
definitely someone that I would have in a meeting to decide rules.
Yeah, definitely. Oh God, he would.
I
have
know
to
a lot
be.
of people wouldn't agree with me on that, but honestly,
I think he should.
for someone that's been refereed by a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
Colin's a good referee.
Yeah.
Every single referee has probably made a mistake or two. Every
Of
single one of
course.
them, but he's a good referee. Like
Yeah.
Magnus is a great referee. He's made some calls that are wrong, but he's a great referee. And like, you know, Zadrunas is a good referee, but he's made calls that aren't right.
Yeah.
We're human. We make mistakes. It's about what we can do to get it better, not necessarily just ripping the individuals apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Liz would be the toughest ref ever.
I don't think it would. No. So what was it? Someone said Liz about to look like going to do a diss track or something. I'm guessing it's talking about my hat.
Yeah.
This is my Buc-ee's cap.
Good night, Monica. We are off too as well, to be honest.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Auntie Liz about to release a diss track. Yes. Yeah. Monica's got to do an airport run. Take the strain. Yes, it's so familiar. Take the strain. It just reminds me of
Ready.
yeah.
It's
so
like,
much
remember like
Welsh
Gladiators and John
Yes,
Anderson.
yes. 3, 2,
Athletes ready.
Yes, yes. If Liz would stop shopping, you could afford it. I showed a lot of restraint. I bought a beef brisket sandwich, my Buc-ee's cap, my Buc-ee's socks, and I think that was it. I really wanted one of those little cup cozies with like the lumberjack one and the sleeping bag one, but they were like $25, and I thought that was slightly very restrained.
Right. Now we read this last super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz. When do you eat after a workout or before your workout, and how long in between?
I eat 5 times a day. I have like a pre-workout. I call it a pre-workout meal, but it's just a bagel with some jam on. So I eat that on the way to the gym. It's about 30 minutes before my workout, and then after I train, I have a whey protein shake immediately after training, and then I'll eat a meal about an hour after training.
There you go. Saw the wolf saying, I don't think challenge cards are a good idea. You won't challenge your own lifts. And do you really want to be the one to challenge someone else's? It's hard. And that's the thing.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think...
you've got to really, apparently like Brian's example was Janasha at the Shore Classic this year, where Janasha really thought his rep should have been given to him.
On what?
On the log or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but they let Janasha watch the replay.
Yeah.
And they all watched it together, and like clearly it wasn't a rep.
Okay.
And like that was his example of okay, you can use that as a challenge. You can use it for yourself.
Oh, they challenge for themselves.
So but you can do it either way. So you can challenge. So you can do it to like help yourself out if you think you've had a bad call, or you can use it against your opponent. So say,
but that sounds like strategic.
Yeah, okay, but say like Thor's Viking press. Say Brian's not happy with that at World's Strongest Man. Thor can then go to the referee. So can you rewatch it?
Whip out the card.
It's like I guess it's a bit like the replays that they have in tennis and football and stuff like that, where you can kind of like this Hawkeye or something like that. Is it? I can't remember what it's called now.
I think in football it's like VAR. Or
yeah, but you can kind of check things.
Stuff up now. Yeah, we should have that because it's such a varied sport. It's not like they're doing the same thing over and over again, like darts, where they're throwing a damn dart. Do you know what I mean? They're doing something totally different.
That's the hardest thing with Strongman is there's so much
variety.
Variability.
Yeah, and I would hate a rule book to mean that we just end up seeing the same events over and over again. Like I want to see that variety still. Anyway,
we'll save that for another conversation.
Yes.
I'm boring myself, to be quite honest with you guys.
There you go.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be live tomorrow night. And we will be here. We're going to watch the Magnuson Classic final day, so we'll know a little bit more of what's going on. And then we've got the build up to the team comp next week.
Yes, very excited.
Enjoy your Sunday, guys. Take it easy wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Smile and wave.